Chapter 15, Long Live the Deltas. The slide is made of metal and has a small W engraved in the mouth of it. It isn't prominent like the etchings of the playing cards, wishbone, and compass as we've seen in here. It's plain and small, probably just some kind of stamp from the company that made the slide. I peered down into the dark, wondering what little surprises the triplets have in store for us down there. Hopefully no more lipstick-wearing goats. I don't think this is the slide we saw when we got here. That one was curvy. This one looks like it goes straight down, Hana muses. I think one of you should go first this time. I volunteered for the trapeze, I say. Just the memory of flying across the room gives me chills all over again. Why not, Wes says, putting one foot on the slide. I've had a nice life. Hana and I laugh. It wouldn't be so funny if someone else said it. But the way Wes says things, all flat and without smiling, makes it funnier. My dad once called it dry humor. I call it hilarious. I shove a lantern into his hands. Take this. Once your feet hit the ground, yell up so we can slide down. With a nod, West flips on the lantern and scoots forward until he whooshes down. I can hear the sound of his jeans against the slide for what seems like a long, long time. When it finally stops, it's a rustling. And then finally, all clear. Hana immediately scrambles into the slide with a loud whoop. Her blonde hair has come loose from the ponytail and is hanging down her back, wild and half-tangled. She vanishes before I can even say, "See you at the bottom." I can still hear the echo of her sliding when West starts yelling again. "Stop! Don't come down! I'm going to try to climb back up." Wait, what? Climb back up? There's a muffled oomph, followed by voices. Hana and Wes are talking, and they don't sound happy. "What's going on down there?" I shout down the slide. My heart is starting to thump unnaturally fast again. "Hello? Guys?" My voice cracked. When no one responds, I shakily climb into the slide. I'm scared that these are my best friends in the world. If something is wrong, I need to help them. Turning on the second lantern, I let it light up the metal walls as they whoosh by. The slide is steeper than I expected it to be, so I built up speed fast. Finally, it spits me out onto a wood floor. In the box room. The box room? I stand up and blink at the boxes dangling overhead. At the taxidermy goat. At West and Hana, also gaping at the exact same room which just cost us so much time. And then we're right back in it. "I don't get it," I say, standing up and brushing the dust off my pants. "Why didn't you guys answer me? And why are we here again?" West's jaw twitches. I didn't answer because Hana was chewing me out. Also, this makes no sense. We just slid down like an entire floor, but the box room was upstairs on the same level as the library. How is this possible we could land in here? I see what he means now. We were just on the same floor as the box room. Sliding down this far and ending up in that same room is impossible. "This can't be the box room," Hana says. She points at the glass barrier in the middle. "See how that's closed? And there aren't any boxes smashed on the floor or moved. This is a different room that just looks like the box room." I gasp. "A second box room? That's downright evil." "I think you're right. This has to be a copy of the box room." At this realization, he groans. "Sucks because I like the circus room better. Wish the triplets had stuck us back in there instead." "Same." I look around, realizing that in this version of the box room was starting on the opposite side. Sure enough, the same deck of cards emblem is etched onto the wood. The glass barrier in the center of the room is separating us from the goat head and the smaller decor. I immediately head for the barrier. It was unlocked in the original box room. Maybe it's unlocked in this one too. Finding this barely there seam in the glass, I put my palms on either side and press. Nothing. Not even a wiggle. I try again, this time pressing harder. Still nothing. "It's locked, isn't it?" West asks, dismayed. "Yep. If this is anything like the original box room, we're in trouble." I say, pointing to the other side. "That little door on the other side had bricks behind it the first time, remember? And I don't see another exit." Hana's face falls. Turning on her heel, she starts crawling into the slide. "I'm going back. Go back up this way. No way am I pulling those stupid boxes down again just to find a key that will get us nowhere." Her sneakers squeak against the metal as she climbs a few feet, loses her footing, and then slips and tumbles back down. "It's too steep," she moans. "What are we going to do?" "What the triplets wanted us to," West answers. "This is probably a punishment for taking the wrong secret passage upstairs. We have to complete this room again and get back up there somehow." The little clock inside me is ticking so loud I could cry. I'm making too many mistakes. I don't like to admit it, but we've quit escape rooms before. When we knew we couldn't succeed or our time was bad, we stopped. Maybe this is one of those times. "If you guys had stopped fighting long enough to answer me when I was calling down, maybe you could have kept me from following you," I grumble. "I could have looked for the correct passage while you two found your way back to me." Annoyance rolls around in me. I know Hana and Wes mean well, but sometimes their bickering makes things so much harder than they need to be. "No way, we're supposed to stick together, remember? You said so yourself." Hana looks at me pointedly. "Besides, this place is wacky. If we split up, there's a chance we can get separated. Permanently." Permanently separated. No thank you. I imagine myself in 10 years covered in dust like the giant chandelier in the library. Maybe Art Conley and William Taters were lucky they got caught after all. At least they didn't get lost in this place and turn into mummies. West paces the length of the room. "Let's just do this fast and find the way back upstairs." "Fast? How is that possible?" I asked, gesturing to the boxes hanging overhead. "This took us forever before. I can't even begin to remember the order we chose the boxes in." My breath is coming out in fast, shallow pants now, and I realize I'm panicking. Hannah wraps an arm around me, but Wes stalks off, his expression stormy. He quickly begins counting the boxes, then suddenly goes still, like one of those hunting dogs that points at raccoons and squirrels and stuff. Without warning, he reaches up and pulls the box down. A box on the other side falls and breaks open, revealing a key. My mouth flops open. Hannah gasps, then immediately starts coughing. How did you do that? I stammer, whacking Hannah on the back until a wad of chewed up gum flies out of her mouth. I know you have a good memory and all, but that was pretty much magic. He shrugs. Lucky, I guess. Lucky my big toe, Hannah exclaims. She opens a new stick of gum, shoving it in her mouth before she even fully stops coughing. You just counted those boxes and decided on that one. A soft thump comes from the center of the room. Wes shoulders past Hannah and me, cheeks flushed, and puts on the glass barrier. This time it opens. Holy moly, West! Hannah screeches. That was... I don't even know what that was. Seriously, how are you doing this? I'm sputtering, but I can't help it. I've seen Wes do some pretty amazing things before. He's found hidden passages in record time, decoded clues that neither Hannah or I could make sense of, and one time he even figured out that we needed to use a fishing pole hanging above a fireplace to snag a key locked just out of reach. He's brilliant, but this is beyond that. West ignores me. He's on the other side of the glass barrier now, moving like a character and fast forward. I grab his shoulder. West, stop. What's wrong? Nothing, he spits out. Let's just keep moving. I shake my head. Agreed, but this isn't nothing. You just saved the day. Why aren't you happy about that? Because it's not as fun for me as it is for you, he snaps, then looks sorry. I mean, the way my brain works is a problem sometimes. I know it seems cool, and yeah, maybe what I did just now helped us, but it isn't always like this, you know? I nod out of instinct, but the truth is I don't know. I have no idea what Wes is talking about. He leans against the wall, then slowly slinks down until he's sitting. Look, Han isn't the only one who's been keeping secrets. I guess I have too. Okay, I say quietly. Is this about you remembering which box it was? He nods but doesn't speak. I guess I don't understand. What's so bad about having a good memory, I tell him. What you just did was amazing. That's the problem. It's not just a good memory. It's just a pain in the butt. He drops his head into his hands and scrubs at his hair. I remembered that box and that pattern, and I'll probably still remember it months from today. Maybe I'll be brushing my teeth and that pattern will pop in my head. Or maybe I'll be trying to read a book and boom, pattern. I slide down next to him and sit. Okay, I guess I can see how that would be annoying. It's not just annoying, he grumbles. You're embarrassed, Hannah says. It's not a question either. It's a statement like she knows. I mean, I wouldn't be embarrassed if I had your memory, but I know that's why. I didn't tell you guys about failing out at dance. I was ashamed. I'm tired of it, West admits. It's not just I can't forget things the way a normal person does. It's that once people figure out that I have a different memory, they make a huge deal of it, like you guys just did. I look down at the splinters of wood on the floor, realizing maybe I did go a little overboard. It's just that I don't have a skill like that. I don't know anyone else who does. Once they get over the shock, they immediately think it's unfair, that I'm somehow unfair. He looks up, his eyes crinkled with worry. Did I ever tell you that I won the school spelling bee in 5th grade? I did. It should have been exciting. Instead, it was terrible. Hannah's eyes widen. I remember that. You didn't go to the awards ceremony, but you never told me why. I didn't go because my neighbor, buddy Travers, knew about my memory. Our moms were friends back then. Anyway, he was mad that he came in 3rd and ended up telling some other kids. They said I was a cheater and that I shouldn't have been allowed to do the spelling bee to begin with. Wes looks up, his hair a wild mass standing on top of his head. I couldn't take that award knowing that that's what they thought. Hannah scowls. I didn't hear anything about that. Do you blame them? You were a foot taller than all the boys back then and my best friend. My very protective best friend. I wouldn't have wanted to make you mad either, he says, laughing weakly. Anyway, having a memory like mine doesn't mean it's easier for me to learn stuff. I have to work as hard as everyone else. I just remember it longer. I open my mouth to say something, but West holds a hand up. Before you say that I shouldn't care what other people think, remember that you recorded the same video like 24 times for TikTok last week. You care. Everyone does. It's why I can't ace too many tests or raise my hand too often in class. The pain in West's voice breaks my heart. All this time I thought having a memory like his would be amazing. Now I realize for him it's a curse. It's like me with statistics and probabilities. Only I can control it. Shut it off if I really need to. I wish West could too. So you hide it then. Hide how good your memory is so people don't judge you, I ask. I have to. This reminds me of Peter Parker, Hannah says. You know, Spider-Man. He has to keep his powers hidden too. West bursts into laughter. Yeah, I wouldn't call this a power. Not unless I wake up and can also shoot webs or stick to buildings. I'm so glad to see him smiling again, and I smile too. Remember how you told Hannah she should never worry about being weak or letting us down? Wes meets my eyes. Yes. Well, you should never worry that we'll judge you. You have a good memory. Who cares? You still smell like an old dirty sock after gym class and snore when you fall asleep on the bus after field trips. Oh, and don't forget how he always eats more than his third of the fries at the hot dog stand, Hannah adds. You and I hardly get any thanks to this maniac. What we're trying to say is that everyone has strengths and weaknesses. Your memory is awesome. Don't let other people convince you that it's something bad. I wait to see how he reacts, hoping that for once Wes just agrees. He cracks a smile. All right. But you guys went a little far with all that. He stinks and eats like a pig stuff, don't you think? That depends. Did it work? I wait for his answer and then jostle him on my shoulder. Seriously, anyone who thinks you're a cheater doesn't really know you. Wes' head drops back down again, but this time it's in defeat. It isn't in defeat. It's relief. I don't know how I didn't notice it before, but Wes has been carrying around this worry for a long, long time. And if anyone knows how much worry can eat away at a person, it's me. I point to the small door. Ready to open it? What are the odds it's filled with bricks like the other one was, he asks. Shrugging, I stand up. Pretty good, but that doesn't mean it's hopeless. The probability of 3 math nerds who all have escaped from finding each other and being best friends probably wasn't good either, but we did. Long live the Deltas, Hannah says, holding out a hand to pull West up. Long live the Deltas.